So, hello and welcome to our Banter Blitz show. For today, the afternoon time show, the warm-up show for the London Chess Classics. And we're using a new layout here, the full screen layout. I didn't use that before. And the point is that we have a now voucher code, a new voucher code, ChessExplained it is. And if you join Chess24 Premium, buy the premium membership, you get a 15% discount. Yeah, so let's join if you are not yet a premium member. I'm going to go back to the playing area and accept a challenge. Oh, Pawnhole is on. Come on, let's play him. He's rated 3000, and with my rotten rating, that would really be nice if I'm going to get some point against him. It is possible. One thing to take into account if you intend to join or get the premium membership, you have to see that the 15% is just coming from the first billing period, so to say. So if you do a monthly, if you join on a monthly billing plan, only the first month will actually be with the 15%. So a yearly membership is far more sensible in that regard, because that gives the full 15% for the whole year. So here we have a four knights game. The Ruy Lopez 4 knights. Yeah, I don't know. I've looked at this some time ago, earlier this year, and I've forgotten most of it. It is a fairly harmless opening, but it doesn't mean that I remember why. Interesting. Well, I cannot go g5. That much is clear. Maybe queen to e7. Yeah, 4 knights e3 against the Berlin. That would be this opening. Yeah, it is not so dangerous. It's not so dangerous. Again, I looked at this some month ago, and it's completely harmless, but again, you have to remember, I certainly didn't play it right. Yeah, I think d3 against the Berlin maybe is a little bit more testing, because you've got more flexibility. Against knight c3, you also have to see there is knight d4, which is very okay for black. I just don't play it because of that dead drawing line, and that's no fun in Blitz. Probably Pawnhole wouldn't have played it anyway, but I never really studied it for practical purposes, as white can get into the super dull position. And now he's taking lots of time, and I wonder why. Is there some sort of tactic that I'm missing? I don't see it. Okay. Don't exactly know where he's heading with it. I'd like to move yeah, I don't really have a particular opinion about the London Chess Classic. You probably mean, or you're probably referring to the high drawing percentage. I don't really. I mean, it just happens sometimes that there's a high drawing rate. So I don't really see anything particular happening there. What's going on here? Looks a bit weird, yeah. Now you can't play knight takes e5. Yeah, about the new engines, the Alpha Zero engine, I don't have a clear opinion, because there is no well, what we know is relatively little. Yeah, that it beats Stockfish on whatever hardware, I have no idea, but it's very likely that it is going to be a very strong engine. A friend of mine told me a bit about what this Alpha, the Alpha Go engine, what that did, and it was absolutely impressive. It was really completely killing the human player. Like, it wasn't even a contest. Okay, this is a tough position. I am certainly under some pressure, but I don't see really how to get the that was an absolutely weird game that I didn't understand. I didn't understand this game at all. I still don't. He had overlooked bishop f5, but that move saves him. Takes, queen takes. There's a double attack on the queen and on my rook on b7. Huh. He still has queen f3. I mean, maybe he will do that. The pawns are strong on their own. There's some question about what to do about the draws. You just do nothing. This is just what the game is. This is just how the game works. You will have draws. In other tournaments you have less draws. This time it's a little bit more. Nothing particular that you can do. You can just shorten the time control and say, okay, why do we play those awfully long games? And I mean, it's an argument. The shorter time controls definitely would get less draws. Okay, so yeah, good game, pawn holder. I didn't understand what was going on there. Okay, so let's play Mr. Master. Okay, we got a Grunfeld, and I'm happy to take on c4. I don't want... I mean, c6 is a good line, yeah, but it is really very... very boring. I mean, what I definitely think what you can do is simply to get rid of the draw offer. I mean, that's something that you can do. There's nothing particularly wrong with that concept. Yeah, chess per goal. I tried two games in the German show, and you were never around. I mean, at some point you have to be around. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for the game, Pawn Holder. Yeah, I'm fine. I hope you're also good. The only thing that I have to say that probably I should go onto some vacation. I don't know, where there's better weather or so. I really feel that this autumn winter kind of weather, it's really like, oh yeah. I think there is a term. I think in German we have some sort of term that is called winter depression or something like that. I think I'm suffering from that. Nothing serious, but you really some sun and I don't know, fresh air would be good. Okay, so let's do this. Double attack. Yeah, getting rid of the draw offer is, I think, a valid idea. I mean, yeah, and speaking of draws, I'm in a situation here where we have lots of trades. Yeah, maybe knight c6 is actually possible. Yeah, but okay, if I take so check first and then go here, there is no discovery, I think. Knight d4 maybe. I keep overlooking this stuff, right? Okay. Okay, so he wants to trade, yeah. Okay. I'm getting bishop d4. Yeah, I mean, get rid of the draw offer, I think, is a good idea. Changing something within the game mechanics is pretty, I know, it's awful and also unnecessary. And also one thing that is sometimes somehow not taken so much into account is in the classical time controls, those long games, you only have one game per day in those top level events, and it's just that if it's a boring game or nothing much happens, whatever, then this is the end of this game, of this day for those players. And in this case, you sometimes have like a tournament with sometimes with 8 players, and you've got 4 games, and if they're all boring, then it's kind of a lost day. But if you play, let's say you play rapid and everybody plays 4 rounds a day, you simply have more games, and the likelihood of draws is going down due to the time. And you also simply got more games, so you kind of, I think it's not so much of a disappointment if there is one really boring game, because you will quickly have a new game that you've got better, you've got a new chance to create something interesting. I don't know, I'm kind of drawn towards this nowadays. The quality of the game goes a bit down, but I think it's still interesting. I think one of the reasons, I mean, we have those awfully long time controls, and it's just something that is coming from very old days when they had adjournments and so on. And one thing that is I think always interesting to look at if you're discussing something is or things that are kind of long-standing and accepted as what it should be. You should think about how would you do it if you would reinvent it all new. If you're like, okay, we have this game of chess. How long should such a game take? How long should they be allowed to think? And I think it's absolutely impossible to imagine that someone would say 6 hours. It just wouldn't happen ever, because people would think, okay, this is crazy. Why 6 hours? Yeah, if you watch a soccer game, it's 90 minutes or so. Yeah, and why should that be so long? Nobody would do it. And this is an interesting, I think, way to think about it. So I was always skeptical about shortening time controls, but I'm not anymore. I think if you look at what happens online, also for the top level tournaments, you can be absolutely sure that they will play very strong chess in those quick time controls. Okay, thanks for the game, Mr. Master. I wasn't talking so much about the game because of the interesting subject. I'm sorry, but thanks for playing. So Janstar, why not? Where is Janstar? Oh, got some new challenges. Have I played Schelling? Okay, I'm playing him once. Yeah, this is maybe something, as Shabbat says, like Scrabble. People don't think for so long either. Or you can also, I think, the game of Go also has quicker time controls. And it's a very complex game, probably even more complex than chess. Yeah, we have a discussion there, but I keep forgetting to look up how I actually play this. Bishop d7. Now he plays this bishop d7 move order. Okay, I'm just going to play it a little bit more conservative this time. It's not really threatening to take. I wonder. Yeah, this looks passive. Yeah, but he doesn't really. He cannot really take on b2 either. Yeah, I'm just playing some solid moves and then see what happens. Okay. It's as I wanted, not so exciting position. Just staying solid. Yeah, that's true. I also usually don't like chess variants. Somebody is talking about a chess variant, and I'm not a fan of anything actually. I think it's mostly uninteresting. But yeah, I don't know. It's a matter of time. I'm not condemning anybody who thinks it's great to do chess variants, but not so much for me. I'm not playing for a draw here. I know it looks a little bit odd, but I think I still have more space, and I think that this is still something that I can try to play for. It's got knight a1. I did not think about this. I completely forgot that he's got knight to a1. Ah. Did he trick me with this? But okay, if the knight is on b3, it has no squares. Maybe he takes just on e3. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure here. I know, probably will just take. Taking quite a long time. Okay, so if I approach now, he will go back to b4. Okay. Maybe he plays g6, h5. I should think about those things before I move, but now I get to trade this. Okay. Yeah, he just wants to shut the whole thing down. After I go f6, he goes g5. Well, I can go g5 anyway. Against g5, he's got h5. Yeah, I cannot win here, right? No, h5 and a draw. Yeah, okay. I played a safe game, but it was too safe, I guess. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the game. Shelling Fort. Yo, why? Why oh why? Let's play why. Oh. Yeah, I mean, when I played the Dutch some years ago, I really have forgotten what I do against some stuff like that. Oops. And I know this was an idea. Putting the knight onto f7. At least it looks like a funny way of playing. I don't know, maybe I should have taken. Yeah, but okay, bishop g7 cannot be bad. Yeah, bishop g5 is not a bad line against the Dutch. This is, for example, what Kasparov has played there more than once in his career. He did not face the Leningrad Dutch often, but he played it. Bishop g5. Shaba asks, what about d4, g6, c4, f5, avoiding anti-Dutch lines? Yes, this is a valid move order. The drawback is 2e4, unsurprisingly. And we get the Pirz or Philidor, which is not terrible, but you need to like it, and I'm sometimes a little bit skeptical there. No, I'm not watching the London Chess Classics later. I have to work. It is quite usual that when they play, I have lessons or other things to do. So I'm pushing white back, and my next move will be most likely be e5, and that is a really nice space advantage early on. Yeah, Again, a question about AlphaZero beating Stockfish. Yeah, I'd like to really see the details, what kind of hardware it was, and so on. But it's believable that that this engine is very, very strong, even though I find it like 10-0 sounds amazing. in wins, yeah. It didn't lose over the course of 80 games, admittedly. That sounds crazy. And the high win rate sounds extremely crazy. Okay, so here we have a closed position, a really closed position. I'm going to push g4 and see what white is going to do. He's taking. Wow, he gives my bishop on g7. The most fantastic diagonal ever seen. Whoosh. How to do this? Oh my. Okay, maybe this for queen a5. It is believable that this alpha engine is very strong. Again, in Go, it was totally crushing. I have no idea if this is what it actually means, yeah, for human play. Okay, so I'm pushing b5. I'm wondering if he would play e5 at some point to simply open something up, but I can just take twice. Okay, now he does that. And I didn't really see any compensation. Rook e1 trying to take it. Yeah, maybe I should have played knight e5 simply to stop that. I should have done that. Now he can somehow he can take e5, play d6, and we would have had a quite unclear position. Now he will take c5. I need to cover this. Yeah, I'm not a programmer at all, so I cannot really evaluate and say, well, what does that computer do differently. Yeah, thanks for the game. Why? I think if he takes on e5, that can get very, very problematic for me. The Kasparov student, not the Kromnik student. Okay. Okay, so I can play pre-move e6. Almost, he was too quick. And maybe play this Dutch defense. A Dutch Nimzo hybrid. Well, I'm trying to fianchetto and the combination of bishop b4 and bishop b7 is oops, and maybe I take first there, is fighting nicely for the e4 square. Oh, he actually took with the queen, with the pawn. Okay, well, bishop e4 is useful anyway, so it's not that that pre-move hurts me. Sometimes if they play something unexpected and you pre-move, it can be a disaster, but it's not a big deal here. Heading towards a5. The c4 pawn is the weak spot in white's pawn structure, so I'm trying to play against that first and foremost. He might play c5. I would like to I would like to stop that. Yeah. Maybe a4 is this idea. So no, a4, bishop a3. a4 has the idea to play bishop a3. This is what I was trying to say. Okay, d5. Let's use this good square and intend knight d6 to grab the pawn. Yeah, one difference here with this these AI programs between Go and chess is that in chess actually the engines for quite a while already have been beating the best human players quite convincingly. It is absolutely no question that Stockfish or other strong engines, Houdini, Komodo, whatever, that they would beat Magnus Carlsen in a match very clearly. While with Go, it was different. Yeah, it was believed that the humans hold an advantage there over engines, which I found always a little bit amazing. I'm not an expert on Go at all, but it sounds crazy that a game that is a lot about, or comparable, let's say, with chess in some way, like you have a combination of tactics, like move by move calculation and strategic considerations, that humans should be better than the computer. That always felt weird to me. I understand people say that Go is more complex and something, but still, the computers, you know, they are strong, and it felt weird to me that that the engines were supposed to be worse there, and it was a match against the human where the engine was tested, so the Go engine, and won ultimately. I could have taken c4. I just see that I missed this opportunity. I wasn't really looking that hard, and because I have a pretty clear plan, I can do this, and at the end, after doubling there on the H file, I still have a regrouping with the queen to a6, and then I will pick up the pawn, I think. Okay, so c4 might hold. Rook b5 coming. Maybe. Yeah, he has to go rook b5. Kasparov student. So my idea is king c7, then a6. And now I can take that. Yeah, I wonder here if he's able to sacrifice the exchange at some point, but yeah, it should work. I can also go back now with the king. Yeah, but okay, king c7 for a6. Oh, no, I don't think so. Why does that work? Yeah, that was just a misstep, yeah. Yeah, nothing particular for white. Yeah, thanks for the game, Kasparov student. Who else is on? Yeah, Christof is actually a heavy favorite here, given my rating decline today. To terrorize you with the water sounds. Yeah, in the meantime, nothing happened. Christof did not play. He can always challenge me again. Hentai Yoiko. Okay, let's go d4 again. And see what he does. I can almost pre-moving bishop g5 is a risky proposition, but just going for a solid game here on the with bishop h4. e5 is a funny move in this position. After takes, there's queen b4 winning the bishop. But okay, white doesn't have to take and will not take. So here I'm just developing with simple means and play c4 next. It's a bit of a slow build-up that I have here, but it's a fairly comfortable position. I don't have something special, but no, that's not called a card split structure. It would be a card split with c and e pawn traded. I don't think this has a particular name. Okay. Bishop b4 I'm happy to see, because that's a little bit offside. Oh, what is he doing there? A3 is the threat. Maybe add something better, I don't know. So I managed to push b5. I probably shouldn't have played knight a4 with hindsight. But okay, I've made some progress there on the queen side. That's not too bad. I can just take and play queen a6. His counterplay is most likely coming with e5. But let's see. Yeah, but b5 next. No? Cannot really prevent it, I think. But not sure that I'm threatening much. I don't threaten to take on c6. The b1 rook hangs. Maybe b6 is an idea. But yeah, we'll see what Black has in store. I'm close to 2 minutes up on the clock. Okay, has taken. That surprises me a little bit. That he allows me to get the passed c-pawn, and d5 also makes somewhat weird impression. That's not easy for Black to defend. Now, knight g4 maybe is what he wants to do. I should prevent it. Knight d2. Where is he going with that? I don't know. I don't know really. What is this knight doing there? Coming with this. But queen b7, isn't that... I'm just promoting, huh? He couldn't do much about it, but can also check here. Check. Yeah. This, yeah, I can take with the knight. If I take with the pawn, there's queen e1 all of a sudden. But I can take with the knight. This is why I hesitated for a moment. I had to check this line. But I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, thanks for the game, Hentai Yoiko. So, who is on? Yeah, Gustav is on. Let's do this. Maybe getting back to 2,700. That would be nice. But he's a good player, we know that. I'm actually down. Okay. Okay. Oh. I apologize for not being online earlier. That's nice. So I play my play my stuff. Yeah, this is extremely crazy, but let's go crazy. Which Frami has a funny question that I cannot answer. Okay, anyway, I decided to take with the knight, I'm going for knight d3 check if possible. So yeah, I kind of have to castle long. What a wacky position. This is pure jungle chess. Okay, so here he opened up my bishop again. I'm quite happy about that. So maybe look towards f2. f5 is a serious threat now. Yeah, that's a pretty nice position for me. This bishop on g2 is absolutely terrible. Threatening all kinds of stuff. Knight f2, rook f2. Yeah, so rook f2, rook d2. Yeah, this wins material, yeah. He's got c5, I know, but that cannot be so. I don't think that can be so dangerous. Okay, so I could take the full bishop there. Takes d6, queen takes, and I don't see the big problem. Or is he going c6? c6, probably rook on the 7th, yeah? I can take, yeah? Yeah, okay. No knight b6, I can take with the queen. So, and here I'm 2 knights up. And white doesn't even have a check. Now he has a check on g7 and on a5. So let's go back. And see now, rook c6, this is wrong. How can I use my pieces? Is he threatening something? Not so much. Should really pay more attention. Yeah, so I can go rook h7 or queen h7, but he's threatening those discovered attacks. What an idiot I am. That I even have to look at this is completely terrible. I think this should do the trick, because I'm also threatening now knight d3 myself. Well, that was extremely unnecessary. Let me check this for a moment. I would like to really promote this now and not play some long end game. Where the time can be a problem. Okay, resigned. Yeah, I did make it far more interesting than was needed. Yeah, thanks for the game, Christof. Regina, cool. Okay. Christof says worst game of his life. Okay. I don't know. We've all done our fair share of weird games. And now Regina is not playing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. Is there anybody on I haven't played yet? Magic Castle I haven't played yet. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Christof says he was close to a swindle. That's probably true. And Magic Castle doesn't move. Okay, Sicilian. Okay. So let's see how Magic Castle is doing. E6 is that's slow. I will try to build a full center with c3 and d4. I could have even taken, now that I think of it, and play for the structure. Oh. But trying to set up a full center is good. Yeah, there's a question, where Jan Gustafsson is at? No banter for a week. I don't know. People have vacation sometime. I don't know. Not informed. A3 is a universally useful move. Okay, come on, let's take and play for this structure. Maybe d5 now is reasonable. Yeah, maybe d5. But then I have chances to simply keep the pawn. Take bishop e3. Not fun either. Yeah, I think he will capture. On c5. No, he does go d5. Okay. So here I was thinking to take and then trying to keep the pawn. Yeah. C takes, huh? I guess E takes looks strange to me, at least. Okay, knight takes I did not have on the radar at all. Okay, pushing this back first. Knight f6 probably. Trying to go to d7. Okay, so here, yeah, I cannot easily do this. I want to try this. Yeah, first of all, a tempo on c6, and yeah, any cover-up move is not cover-up is wrong. Any protective move, let's say, like bishop b7 is somewhat looking. Yeah, how does he get it back? Oh, there's a question that I don't understand. That's not new, but Conte Yellow says, what I think of the aging phenomenon in chess. What is that get worse for real? Sorry, I don't understand the question. What is the aging phenomenon? People play worse with age, or it's fairly normal, I guess. Yeah, in general, you should actually play worse, because we all the mental capacity is just going down with going older. But I don't know. Don't worry too much. It just happens. And what I also feel is that in some cases, for a while at least, you can actually compensate by knowledge. Your ability maybe to calculate and to focus will go down, but your knowledge will very likely improve with experience, and then you can sometimes come to conclusions in a different way. You would have come to that conclusion, a correct conclusion, by, let's say, calculation, but you don't do that anymore because you calculate worse. But you maybe just know, okay, in this kind of structure I have to do this and that. So I wouldn't worry too much, at least I don't. Yeah, maybe he will take there for the opposite colored bishops him. Let's fight for the d file. Yeah, I still have that pawn, even though it looks difficult, really difficult to convert. Okay, I'm surprised by f4. Yeah, I'm a pawn up, and more importantly, I will win on time. Yeah, and Magic Castle actually lost on time. So, who else? Anybody new? Schrummel? No. Played him. Varo 87. No, I haven't played him yet. Let's go for an open Sicilian. And we get the knight off. I go g4 against that. It's a line that I checked a bit last year. And, I think this is reasonably simple to play for white. Knight bd7. Maybe it just is. To prepare knight. No, that's not. I have to take actually. Okay, I'm trying to use the weakened queen side. I don't know if b5 was helping here so much for black. He cannot go b4 now, I just take it. And if he takes on d5, I can also take with the queen. Huh. Really? I have to. There is no choice. Okay, but got the check here, and I can insert rook b1. That isn't super clear actually. Rook b1, queen a3, rook b3. I would like to threaten to win the queen directly, but I don't see how. Maybe it just doesn't work. Huh, I don't see it. Contra yellow says bishop c4 b3 to trap the queen. Yeah, bishop c4 I can play, but he can drop the queen back. I just had an interesting idea. If I play bishop b5 check, a takes b5, rook a2, his queen is trapped. I think it works. Took me a bit to see that. Yeah, I should have seen that a bit quicker. I mean, if you look at the queen only has b7, b8 as squares, and this is simply stopping those retreating ideas. Yeah, not much that he can do. He can try to take rook a2, queen takes, knight takes. Well, yeah, maybe still, and then rook takes a4. Can continue to fight, but I think he probably has to take. I don't really see a point in not taking. Oh. It's check, so he cannot do whatever. Yeah, black is not playing. I kind of understand it. It's a bit of a shocker, this move, but still. Maybe it shouldn't work. Knight takes d5. Doesn't work. Bishop b5 took me more than 2 minutes. Okay, I'm taking this. And now no, doesn't work. So at the end he's got 2 bishops for the queen. Yeah. Yeah, maybe a rook takes. Yeah, so rook a4. There is rook b8 check. Silly idea. So rook b7. That's better. support the A pawn. Yeah, let's go with this, and now queen d5 should be strong. Looking at f7. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks for the game, Varo87. I don't know, coffee house style, I don't know. I think it was just complicated. I don't think it was particularly coffee house. So is there any new Shaon that I played last time? Oops. Played Banter chess. I think I've played everybody who's on the list. Yeah, let's try chess per goal again. That's funny. It was suggested in the chat that we should do banter blitzes with yeah, the commentators masked as other commentators. I have to do pretty funny things to make, I don't know. Nah, I'm not going there. Are you serious? You're not playing for the third time. I'm giving this guy a third chance, and he's not playing. I mean, come on. I mean, no. Sorry, I can fool somebody else then. I don't see the point. Okay, who else? Yeah, Conti yellow. Let's go. And this is probably going to be the final game of the session. When does the London Chess Classics start, actually? Is it starting like in 5 minutes? Or when do they start? I don't really know exactly. Okay, Conti yellow. We have a, what's my score? 2.5 against 0.5. I have a Maroczy bind on the board here. Always like to play knight c2 if possible. It just keeps more pieces on the board, and black with this limited space, it's something where trades would be welcome. So oops. Here it's easier to play. I'm going to go queen e2, rook c1, rook b1, knight d5, things like that. And black, it's not so easy to give black an idea. Okay, I'm trying to play b4 here. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I've got b4 is the problem. And then I'm getting b5. Blinder or Blinder says Anish Giri is the very best dressed player of 2017. Is that true? I never really looked at this all that much. Also think Levon also sometimes really has an interesting style of clothes. Yeah, so I've gotten b5, and I'm almost 2 minutes ahead on the clock already. Okay, d5 is a bit of a counterplay. Oh, I should have prevented that. It is slightly irritating. Really is. No, then knight takes e4. Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. Bishop f4. Yeah, this one. Knight h5 or something. There might be some issues on the d file with the bishop on g7. That's yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. I'm a bit unsure about that, I have to say, but no, but I have got f4, knight d5, f4. Okay, keep that. Pawn takes. Yeah, that should be enough. Rook c8, pretty big threat. Maybe queen b6, but queen f2 should be okay. Tending to play rook c8. And there's still a problem with discoveries. No, not knight e6 is not working yet. Okay. Okay, what's that? Queen, no. I can actually do it, yeah. Okay. Got knight e7, check. Yeah, queen c8, knight e7, check, and the queen is falling. Yeah, and Conta Yellow resigned just before I played e6. Yeah, thanks for the game, Cont Yellow. Okay guys, thanks for watching this Banter Blitz show, and I hope you all will enjoy today's London Chess Classics. I didn't look at the pairings for today. There are some always spectacular pairings that are more interesting than others, let's say. So I'm going to check it out as well, even though I have to work, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back next week for at the regular time, 7 in the evening for the German show, and then 90 minutes later the English show. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.